Hello friends, my name is Type 1 and I'd like to welcome you back to our World Building Wednesday series. The series in which we delve into the fantasy world I've been working on for nearly 15 years now. So last time we discussed anything, we discussed Coil City, a colony city, an offshoot of New Eden, which is primarily an iron, or not just iron, but like ore working and fossil fuel type place. It was designed in nature to be a test to see what other kinds of fuel sources would be valid, just on the off chance that Arcana didn't work out in the long term. But so far it has. So the city continues to just be an experiment, and it produces metal, which is very, useful. It's a very foundational thing for a society. And now we're going to the far, 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 far south, all the way across the ocean to the island of Palinki. Now, Marere City is not the name of the city. I just don't have a proper name for it yet. So it's a placeholder. Well, I'll even be nice for everyone involved, including myself. Placeholder name, just so we can remember to fix that later. So I want to say capital city. They only have one city. City of the Marere. Surprisingly advanced one for such a relatively new race. Already entered the Copper Age and developing things such as lifts and paved streets, as well as, that's not how you spell functional. Functional plumbing. Now, plumbing doesn't just mean for waste products, that just means moving water, essentially. And that is a very, very difficult thing to do, and also a very key thing to do for a city that's advancing. So these guys are they're like at an ancient Greece type level of tech. For like reference. They have roads, they figured out how to like make copper weapons and stuff. They've got a form of plumbing going on. They're not too bad off, considering that they are, like, only a few thousand years old relative, like, they are a very, very new race. The city itself exists as a pit city variant built entirely within the eye socket of the Ophidian Palinki is made up of. Now, if y'all remember, Ophidians are a type of serpent. We'll talk about them when we get to creatures, but Palinki is made up of a giant coiled up one that was killed, and the city of the Marere exists within the eye socket. Now, pit cities are a real thing in real life. I don't think they're super common, but they've been around before. They're quite literally just a city that's been built into the ground, built into a big circular pit. They're pretty cool. So we're taking that idea and twisting it just a little bit, just a smidge here. Okay, so let's see. Let's talk about some leadership. While the technology of the Marere is relatively advanced, they still have some of a basic political structure. Being led by, I guess that's not the right word. We'll say chief. Because I remember the Marere are, not androgynous, what's the word? My brain is stupid today, apparently. Hold on. Hermaphrodites. They're hermaphrodites. So they're kind of both. man and woman. So emperor, empress, that kind of thing doesn't really work here. by a chief who primarily holds all the power over the people, the exception of appointed generals or peacekeepers. What else is there to say about them? I mean, that's kind of it, really. They're at, like, eternal war with the Neotilists. And while that has shaped their culture a bit, you know, helping them advance quicker, it hasn't, like, internally affected them a ton. Okay. Tend to be civil to outsiders. The few... am I spelling this right? That's what I get for making a name like that. It's complicated spelling. Within the city's walls tend to act as a servile class of citizen. Not quite slaves, but not entirely far from it. So the Neotilists, there aren't a lot that live in the city because the Moirae do not like them. They do not like them, they do not want them around, usually. But the few that have been allowed to stay act as a servile class. Like, technically, they are citizens. It's not, like, pure slavery, but it's, like, as close as you can get before it just is. Realistically. They do not treat them well. Is there anything else of interest? Yeah, okay. So, given the there you go. Nature of being nomadic across the island, the city of the Moirae as a lone beacon of civilization, as well as an almost, this is the hardest word in the world to spell, guaranteed stop for those visiting the island. Okay, I hate the word guaranteed so much. How do you spell this? Guaranteed. Okay. Dude, I don't know why that word's so hard for me to spell. It just does not stick in my brain. Such a weird one. Yeah, that's the Moirae City. I hope by the next time we meet here, I'll actually have a real name for it, and I'll be able to tweak this to slip that in. But yeah, this is another one like Coil City where I don't have a whole ton to say about the city itself. Maybe when we get to that point in the story, I'll have a bit more to say about it. But for the time being, that's really it. We're getting pretty close to being done with the civilization part of our series here. So soon we'll be talking about creatures and characters, which I'm quite excited about. If you enjoyed the video, despite it being a short one today, I'd appreciate if you left a like, comment, subscribe, did the YouTube stuff for your old pal Type 1 here. And until next time, friends, y'all have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and night. Bye-bye.